My name is Budget Sports. Today we'll be talking about the Diamondback Atroz base mountain bike. I'll be going through some of the specs, features, and what kind of riding style I think that this bike fits. So starting off, I really just want to define what this bike really is. Looking at it here, it's a 27.5 full suspension trail bike. So for anyone looking to ride their local trails, nothing downhill, but they also want to take on a little bit more of the rugged features and a little bit more rough terrain, this bike is really made for you. I like this Diamondback bike here is because it comes in at a more affordable price point versus the other bike that I just had shown here in the other video, the Diamondback Atroz Comp. If you notice a few key differences here, I'll talk about shortly. The shock is a little bit differently, the drivetrain is a little bit different, and also I believe the bars are slightly different than the Atroz Comp. So we'll get into that a little bit. Like I said, it is a 27.5 mountain bike, so that means between 27, 26, and 27.5, you're really getting the best of both worlds when it comes to speed and agility. I like this as the most balanced rim size for the beginner rider. I looked at a 29er for a long time, but decided on a 27.5 because it was the most balanced, and again, it has kind of the best of both worlds. We are looking at a Sun Tour XCM fork. If you do decide to go with the comp version, the little bit nicer version, more pricey version of this bike, you do get a RockShox fork, but again, both shocks are coils, so you're not going from coil to air. Really what you're getting with coil is more of a basic economical version of a fork. You're not losing anything versus going to air. It's a little bit more plush, a little bit more responsive, but overall the coil is really good at this price point. You'll notice it has 30 mil stanchions versus the Comp's 32. Going up to the top here, we also notice that the bars are a little bit more narrow. This is actually, I passed this bike down to my little brother. He's actually upgraded the grips a little bit. You normally have a standard Diamondback grip on this bike here, but it looks like he has upgraded those. Again, Tektro brakes up front, both sides, and this bike is actually a 1x, so you only do have one shifter on your right hand there. It's a SRAM, I believe it's a SRAM X5. Also down there, you can see there, right there. And then, yeah, so it's a 1x, I believe 1x10 versus the Comp's 1x11. So a little bit of a different look overall. But again, you're not losing too much out here for the beginner rider. This is a little bit of a smaller frame, so for the medium size guys out there, this will be the frame size for you. It's about 5'7" to 5'10" is the height for the rider here. If you look over here, we have that same RockShox Monarch R, so you're actually not even losing anything in the rear suspension. Both bikes have the exact same, and then like I said before, you can still set this to the rider weight based on how much you weigh. Thing for beginner riders, you have full hydraulic disc brakes front and rear. I don't know if you can see that here by Tektro. In comparison to the comp version of the bike, they are a little bit less powerful, but nevertheless they are very good for the beginner rider. That is going to help give you the confidence to stop on those turns. That's something that when I started mountain biking, I really liked about this bike, how well the bike actually stops. Atroz base comes in at a more economical price point than the comp. Due to current pricing kind of bouncing around for these bikes, if you can find the comp within $200 of the base, I would opt for it. But otherwise, the base, you're not really losing that much in terms of riding feel over the comp. There are some nicer parts here and there for the comp, mainly the brakes I really enjoy and the fork up front. But overall, the base is a very nice option for those who just want to get into budget mountain biking and don't want to go for, say, a Walmart bike or something. They really want to go for that nice full suspension. It really gets people in at the sport at a very low cost. Out there who wants to do their local trails or cross-country trails even, this is a great option. Nice wide bars will help you on the downhill parts. Overall, the uphill pedal is a little bit of a battle, but for someone just getting into the sport, you're not losing too much energy versus the comp. So again, really like this bike for its price and performance. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want to leave any comments, questions, or concerns down in the comments below, I will always try to respond to every single one. Thanks very much.